Welcome to Analyzing Finance with Nick. Today's video is the third and final part of my commentary on the global food shortage. I did the first part of this at the end of March when it was the record fear about how the Russian invasion in Ukraine was going to cause grocery stores to run out of food on the shelves and Americans to starve to death and food prices get so out of control that you would have major civil problems around the world. And the second part, I updated on what happened between part one and the end of the summer. But my biggest critics of why came out so strongly against there being a major food shortage in the United States and the developed world was, this previous crop was more impacted by events before the war. Wait till the final harvest comes out in the end of 2022. Let's see how many farmers decide to stop growing due to fertilizer. Let's see how supply chains get disrupted. All the real food shortage will happen in Q4. Well, so now we're close to the end of the fourth quarter. I'm recording this around Christmas time, 2022. And let's see what the facts say about this. First, if you look at the futures markets, with the exception of orange juice and live cattle, pretty much every agricultural commodity is down quite a bit year to date. Wheat is down nearly 50% from its highs, and in fact, as I see in this chart that I'm about to show you, with the red circle as the day of the invasion started, it is lower now. Wheat futures are lower priced now than they were before the invasion of Ukraine. This has to do with record wheat crops coming out of Australia, record wheat crops coming out of India, record wheat crops coming out of Russia, and maybe not record, but above the 5-year average and very high levels of wheat crops coming out of the United States and Canada. You've seen similar better than expected yields in corn and better expected yields out of soybeans from both American farmers and Brazilian farmers, to the point where people are concerned about a glut next year. And this has been shown through the prices of various agricultural commodities. Wheat prices, as I mentioned before, are down nearly 50% from their highs. It was firstly $14 a bushel. Now it's about $7.50. Corn prices are down about 20% from their highs. Soybeans are down also around 15 to 20% from their highs. Canola is down 30% from its highs. Oats are down 60% from their highs. And it's not just grains. The softs are also, with the exception of orange juice, because there has been a particularly bad weather conditions in Florida and other orange juice growing regions. Cotton prices are down close to 50% from their highs. About 150 was the peak of the cotton futures. Now it's at 82. Lumber prices, which may have more to do with just lower demand in the housing market, are down from nearly 71% year to date. Coffee prices are down about 38% from peak levels during the food shortage concerns. And cocoa prices are down about 10%, and lean hog prices are down about 20%. The exceptions have been beef and orange juice, because particularly in the ranching regions of the United States and the places where they grow citrus have been particularly hit by poor weather conditions and would have these similar dynamics whether the geopolitical situation was different or not. And outside of that, if you step foot in a grocery store, I thought about just going to my local grocery stores and showing pictures of the stock shelves, but it's, I think, pretty self-evident that there isn't a major food shortage. And the question I'm going to get here is, what about the fertilizers? Well, the main driver for the cost of fertilizers are potash, which the supply of potash has been derailed a little bit from the current geopolitical context, and through the cost of energy, because of the energy to ship the potash from one place to the other, or the cost of mining or converting the components of fertilizer into usable fertilizer. A lot of nitrogen-based fertilizers really just need, the main component needed is natural gas. And even energy prices really have come down quite a bit, because as I've talked about before, a lot of the food price, like the cost of wheat or corn, is a tiny percentage of the cost of a box of cereal or a loaf of bread. More of the cost is really just in the cost of distributing it from farm to grocery store. And the main driver of those costs are labor and energy costs. And oil prices are down from about $130 a barrel at the peak of invasion fears to about $75 a barrel now, so over 40%. Natural gas prices are down from a peak of $10 a BTU to $6.61, which is about a third. And this, you've seen similar declines in RBOB gasoline and heating oil and ethanol. So there's, as a result, the pressure of making fertilizers unviable financially to produce is not there. And was what I predicted, really. If there's such a high price, a lot of farmers would come in and fill the void, and that is what happened based on the scene of record yields of various crops globally. And then the other kicker to this is that the Ukraine crop, which everybody feared was going to be a zero due to the conflict, is still below its peak, but it's not a zero. And the fact that it's not a zero when a lot of the market priced it would be feared to be a zero is constructive. And so as a result of this is no food shortage. Well, so what's next in 2023 and beyond? You could still see food prices go up. You can have inflation due to other factors, mainly monetary policy, maybe getting a little bit too easy, too quick. You could have it due to labor strikes or wages within the food processing industry going up and those costs being passed to consumers. Or there's some other random bad weather event that could cause prices to go up, kind of like what happened in the Midwest heat wave in 2012. However, the catastrophic food shortage that was going to lead to grocery store shelves being empty in the United States never happened, and I highly doubt it will happen for the next several years, unless if we have a real true World War III scenario, which I still believe to be unlikely. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts. I've put some citations for references about the size of the food crops in the description. Thank you for watching.